In 2077, the apocalyptic world became a reality. The world order has collapsed and the world feels like hell. In such chaos, this young man is determined to invest all his efforts in nurturing Tan Yen Yen, turning her into a god-level powerhouse in Long Country. However, Dai Tio could not have imagined that at his wedding with Tan Yen Yen, she would wholeheartedly attempt to kill him in front of so many people. Dai Tio looked at the couple standing in front of him. Before losing consciousness, he silently thought that if he had a next life, he would definitely take revenge and make them pay. Fortunately, D2 was reborn, and moreover, at the exact moment before the world began to perish. Dai Tio, are you deaf? Can you hear what I'm saying? Do you think I lack a little money from you? Let me tell you, my willingness to accept money means I have already given you dignity and face, do you understand? Just try to let go. Don't come looking for me again. D2 stared blankly at Tan Yen Yen. Did I time travel? No, this moment feels very familiar. I remember now this moment is 1 week before the apocalypse appears. Dai Tu's gaze gradually shifted down to the card in his hand. This card has 200,000, which is Tan Yen Yen's living expenses for this month. Do you know how much I've suffered to accept your money? Many classmates say I'm a rich second generation, but they have no idea that I'm doing this entirely for your own good. D2 did not respond, but slowly approached her. What, regretting so quickly, Tan Yen Yen smugly said as she reached out to take the card, but was directly pushed away by D2, along with a loving reminder, "Is it really for my own good? Get lost. If it's really too hard for you, then I won't give you money anymore." With that, D2 turned and left. Tan Yen Yen was left stunned by Dai Tu's actions. It took her a few seconds to react, shouting loudly, "Are you putting on this act again? All right, out of consideration for the fact that it wasn't easy for you to come here this time, I will reluctantly accept your card." Dai Tu, how could you speak to me like that? You will definitely regret it. Suddenly remembering the shoes she was wearing were bought by me, take them off immediately. Dai Tio turned around and grabbed her feet, taking Tan Yen Yen's shoes while she was walking, and threw them into the trash, ignoring her curses. I directly turned and left. According to the current timing, the close beta phase of the apocalypse will begin in a week. At this time, during the first 10 minutes of the closed beta, the top-up system will be activated shortly. What Dai Tu must do before the closed beta is to raise enough capital. So he called D-Lam to sell the shares he was holding, 200 million, not a penny less. Within 5 days, all procedures will be completed and the money will be transferred to my account. With the methods of Miss Lam, there shouldn't be any problem, right? Deep Lam, who has always been eyeing the shares in Deep Tu's hands to take over Deep T Corporation, immediately agreed. A week later, just as expected, the beta version of the Glow Apocalypse officially opened. The first player is none other than Deep Tu. Welcome to the Apocalypse game. The current version of the game is in closed beta. Congratulations to the players who have qualified to participate in the closed beta. This trial version will only last for 3 days, and the open beta version will be launched 3 days later. Deep Tu operated on the screen, and he was immediately brought into the game. The scent is very familiar. It's this place the starting point of the Apocalypse game. My nickname is still Yatutu. As for the profession, recalling my past life, a guild was once defeated by a god-level beast Tamer, only bringing along a dark giant dragon. Uyen has solved everything. In this life, Diep-Tu no longer lacks resources, so he decided to choose the beast Tamer profession. After finishing, he used the 2 billion he got from Diep Lam to invest fully in the game. What a joy, the 2 billion has arrived. In less than 3 days, the value of this gold will increase tenfold. The joy doesn't stop there. At this moment, several notification lines appeared unexpectedly. Congratulations, you are the first player to deposit more than 100,000. The system will unlock the unique hidden career reward. The hidden profession has been determined and has automatically resonated with you. Congratulations, you have obtained your second profession, God of Wealth, just seconds after a cool-looking toad carrying a bag of medicine appeared. Unexpectedly, the one who unlocked this was a kid who came out of nowhere. The toad shouted, "The one who supports you is Ebimong, also your wealth mentor. You are the 709th God of Wealth trained by me." Deep Tu disdainfully replied, "A toad is also a wealth mentor. Do you think you're selling multi-level marketing?" Humiliated Ebimong showcased his talent. With just a snap of his fingers, a series of talents appeared. The innate talent of Resource Wealth, Level 1, the most basic ability of wealth. The gold you carry will increase by 1% each day. The innate talent of extreme stinginess level 1. As the god of wealth, you refuse all losses. After you die, your gold and items will not drop. The innate talent of red fortune level 1. But people still say that money is the most important thing to sustain life. The more wealth you have, the luckier you become. Luck points plus 50. The innate talent of god of wealth level 1. The god of wealth is also a deity, and you will have the power of a god. Spend 1 million gold to randomly increase an attribute point limited to 100 times a day. After reading the notifications, Deep Tew looked at Ebby Mong with a different eye. No wonder it's a hidden profession. It has so many innate skills, but it seems there are no attack attributes at all. You really don't understand anything. Any innate skill of the god of wealth profession brings wealth, Ebby Mong explained. Diet Teal began to read the information of each skill carefully. The continuous resource carrying gold increases by 1% every day. So with the current net worth of 2.2 billion, can I earn an additional 22 million dong every day? If that's the case, combined with the power of the god of wealth, can't I achieve 22 attribute points every day? What kind of concept is this? Seriously, this god of wealth is too generous. In my previous life, I spent all my wealth on Tan Yen Yin. In this life, I have become the god of wealth. I must let the world know the power of money. After finishing, Deep Tew went to the newbie village, looking at the desolate scenery with not a single person around. Deep Tew said, "It seems like the server just launched, so there's no one here. This is indeed a great opportunity for rapid development." The beast Tamer starts off much harder than other professions because it fundamentally lacks the ability to tame powerful beasts in the early stages. If you want to develop quickly, there really is only one way. Ebby Mong sighed and said, "Who knows what you're thinking, choosing Beast Tamer? You don't even have a starting weapon. What do you know? The Beast Tamer has infinite supreme capabilities. It's the most potential profession." Diet Teal was speaking when he noticed a group of goblins running toward him from a distance, excitedly shouting, "Human meat smells good, there's a human over there." Oh no, level 5 elite warrior. Could it be this unlucky? And with my current strength, should I fight or run? Diet Teal hesitated and turned to ask Ebby Mong, only to find it had already run away at some point. "You frog run so fast, do you really need to think about it? You only have pants on, not even a weapon. What are you going to fight against a level 5 elite? Hurry up and run, what are you waiting for?" So Deep Tew hurriedly ran after Ebby Mong. After a while, luckily, they had reached the main city, so they escaped the pursuit of the goblins. Other players, upon seeing Deep Tew, began to chatter. "So there really is someone who chose the Beast Tamer profession?" "That's right. I can't believe it. The Beast Tamer even has a frog. His tamed beast is a frog." Deep Tew acted as if he didn't hear, and confidently walked through the crowd with Ebby Mong. In the city, there were people selling beast eggs. "Hurry up and buy one." This kid Ebby Mong said, "I don't want those ordinary level beasts. In my opinion, I know of a hidden dungeon where there is a divine level beast egg in the dragon's cave." Deep Teal went straight to the Dung Chiton temple. "Kid, are you confused? You're only at level 1? What are you doing here? You can only enter here to hire companions after reaching level 100. Ebby Mong scolded, "Stop talking. I have my own thoughts." Deep Teal replied and stepped up the stairs. But as he reached the door, he was stopped by an 80-level Grand Mage. Initially, the Grand Mage was adamant about not letting Deep Teal enter the hall, but when Deep Teal bribed him with gold coins, the Grand Mage's attitude changed 180 degrees, opening a private room for the War God on the highest floor. "There is a VIP guest," the Grand Mage instructed, and then smiled to invite Deep Teal. "Please, come upstairs." Deep Teal cleared his throat. "Well, Master, I still prefer your previous unruly appearance." "Can you revert to that?" The Grand Mage immediately complied, returning to his previous serious demeanor, making Deep Teal laugh heartily. "Now that's more like it. It's still the power of money that works." Entering the hall in the corridor, Deep Teal and Ebby Mong saw 2 level 100 night puppets. The Hall of the Supreme Leader is indeed no joke. It even has level 100 guards. "With that, you can run rampant in the newbie village," the kid Ebby Mong said. "What do you mean by that?" "It's nothing in my eyes," Deep Tew said, and just then a shout rang out. "Who allowed you to enter?" Deep Tew approached the warrior in blood and said, "I need to hire a divine-level guard puppet. A divine-level puppet is precious. How can it be rented out to outsiders? Besides, with your qualifications, hiring an 80-level guard should be enough. Also, the price to hire a divine-level person is not something you can afford." The warrior in blood stood frozen for 5 seconds before reacting. 100 million gold is truly impossible in principle, but rules are made by humans. I happen to know a divine-level mage, and I can help you ask. Ebamong was surprised. Isn't a mage an advanced class? Deep Tiu expressed satisfaction, saying that a divine-level mage has the best abilities. They can both protect and attack all in one. If you can hire one from the start, it would be a good choice. I'll choose that person. The warrior in blood replied, I can call that person anytime, but first I need to confirm one thing. When will this 100 million gold be paid? Right now, signing the contract payment can be made anytime. Upon receiving the answer, the warrior in blood took out a contract. As soon as Deep Tiu finished signing the contract, the divine-level mage appeared. Which brat signed a contract with this old woman? The female mage looked Deep Tiu up and down and laughed. What a handsome boy. I am the divine-level mage Dorothy. According to the contract, within 24 hours from now, I will obey your orders. Nickname, Dorothy, level unknown, rank too high to see the information. Deep Tiu thought to herself, then shyly greeted. Hello, senior. I mainly hired you because I want to challenge a very difficult dungeon in the newbie village. What difficult dungeon is there? Is it to eliminate the Goblin King or his family? I can solve it with just a wave of my hand. Deep Tiu replied with a smile. This is urgent. I would like to trouble you for this trip. Then lead the way? A moment later, Dorothy used one move to make the goblins that were chasing Deep Tiu disappear. The other players were horrified at this scene. Am I seeing things? That person is leading a mage, and the damage is incredibly high, too. Doesn't look like any mage at all and doesn't display a level. Is it cheating? What cheating is there? Perhaps it's a high-level hired NPC, but that mage is really beautiful. Congratulations, your level has been successfully upgraded to level 10. You have received 10 attribute points. Please distribute them yourself. Congratulations! You are the first player in the newbie village number 9527 to break through level 10. You will be rewarded with 10 attribute points. Congratulations, you are the first player in the world to break through level 10. You will be rewarded with 50 attribute points and the title 1,000 Miles in a Day. Ebamong looked at Deep Tiu and said, This kid, you reached level 10 so quickly. The highest level of other players isn't even level 5. At the same time, Deep Tiu's level up was announced on the World Channel, causing an uproar in the community. It hasn't even been a day since the launch, and someone has already reached level 10. Who is this Deep Tiu? I have to go hug his thigh. Maybe it's not too late. Is this person a GM of the game? Must be in the game to test it, right? Deep Tiu read the comments of everyone on the World Channel and said, Feel free to ask questions. Of course, you all have no idea that in a few days, a game like this will become a reality. By then, you will know that I am the true god. It's almost here, the level-up attribute points, plus 100,000 spending today. 100 attribute points rewarded by the god of wealth are about to be in hand. That way, we can reach our true goal. After avenging the goblins, Deep Tiu then began to lead Dorothy to the location of the hidden dungeon. In another place, the world ranking number 1 annihilated level 10 Hoa Quoc. Number 2, none. Number 3, none. Note level 10 is the lowest level listed on the Silver Cloak Nightwalk. After dealing with a few goblins, he looked up at the leaderboard. I have been hunting elite monsters since I entered the game, yet I'm only at level 3 now. And yet someone has already reached level 10. Is there a loophole in the game? Moreover, I seem to have never heard of this name Deep Tiu before. It looks like there's another very strong opponent, really interesting. Returning to the main events, Deep Tiu leads Theo Dorothy deep into the Language Alliance cave and places a hand on a rock. Immediately, an architectural structure rises from underground. You have stepped into the hidden area behind the ancient dragon cave. This area is extremely dangerous. Please leave immediately. Even a level divine mage like Dorothy must be cautious before the truly fierce aura in this place. Yet there is the aura of a giant dragon. If it is a colossal dragon, then I can't be sure of my safety. Well, I didn't ask you to go eliminate the giant dragon. First, let's go in, and then we can talk. While eliminating, I can recount how a level 100 berserker accidentally triggered a hidden quest to explore the dragon cave and discovered the entrance to the real dungeon hidden in Newbie Village, but no one believed him at that time. People thought it was impossible for such a high-level dungeon to exist in the Newbie Village of the characters. Therefore, he could only enter the dungeon alone. Ibimong wondered, so how did you know? I had to pay a heavy price to acquire images of him fighting when he was alive, and discovered that there is an extremely rare dragon egg in this dungeon. Ibimong and Dorothy turned pale upon hearing this, a dragon egg. Don't tell me you want to steal the dragon egg. Stealing a dragon egg is even harder than directly killing the dragon. Kid, are you planning to mess with this, sister? Sister, you are a level divine mage, so you don't need to be overly modest. Just look, it's just a giant dragon. Sister Dowmaster, being a level divine mage, understands that it's not that difficult. Deep Teal pointed to the level 5 holy giant dragon, lying soundly asleep on a pile of gold. That thing, you all go ahead, I'll wait for you outside. Ibimong said, so it's a level 5 giant dragon, luckily I brought a teleportation scroll. A level 3 dragon is enough to wipe out an entire guild, and yet this divine judgment dragon is a top-tier existence among dragons. We don't even have a chance in a million to win. If I can't even be sure of a little then, I'll withdraw. Dorothy insisted on eliminating it quickly, offering, I'll pay more double the rent. Having money is useless. It's not that I don't want that money, but I really can't fight it. Dorothy waved her hand to eliminate it, trying to persuade, it's really not about killing it, just need to buy some time. Even trying wouldn't help, no one can withstand this level 5 giant dragon. Dorothy firmly refused, but as soon as Dieptu raised the price threefold, she quickly reversed her stance. Even if I risk my life, I must hold it off. I will gamble this time. I'll give you a maximum of 3 minutes, and if I can manage, it'll be 3 minutes. Saying this, Dorothy raised her staff. Immediately, Dieptu received a notice. You have received a blessing from the life god, and your life attribute has been doubled. You receive a blessing from the agile god, and your agility attribute is doubled. You receive a blessing from the god of strength. Your strength attribute is doubled. It's been revealed, but Dieptu is still a bit worried. Is she really that strong? It's been revealed, but without a trump card. How can this sister wander the world? The effect lasts for 3 minutes. The rest you'll have to handle yourself. Dorothy intentionally attracts the dragon's attention, but can't help feeling scared, yelling, oh my goodness! If it were a normal situation, I would fear you a bit. But in these 3 minutes, even a dragon must kneel at my feet. After saying that, Dorothy uses the Ice Freeze skill to deal with the dragon. At the same time, Dieptu also dared not delay and stealthily crept behind the dragon, getting closer to the egg. I absolutely must not let it discover me, otherwise my little life will be gone in an instant. There's only 1 minute left, I can barely hold on anymore. Dorothy urges Dieptu. Pick up the egg. Then she turns to Ibimong. This dragon egg is really heavy-toed, help me hold it. This lady has never engaged in such petty theft before. Ibimong responds, but while not paying attention, Ibimong steps on a soldier's iron helmet of some unfortunate soul who died in the dragon's lair. The noise immediately draws the dragon's attention, causing Dieptu to use all her strength to carry the egg and run away. Dorothy also quickly runs over using the ice wall to help block the dragon, but this wall is basically like a rice paper to the dragon. A slight movement cracks it. Then it begins to counterattack, activating the Dragon King Earth skill. This time, not just Dieptu and Ibimong, but even Dorothy joins the marathon to escape the dungeon before being kissed by the dragon. After a while, they finally manage to carry the dragon egg out of the dungeon. Dorothy looks at the egg suspiciously, saying, Kid, if this dragon egg of yours hatches into a level 5 dragon, it won't be worth my life risking it this time. Oh, right. Remember to pay the rent in full. Don't worry, I won't shortchange you, Dieptu replied, then began to sign a contract with the beast. The eggshell cracks and a green dragon appears, causing everyone to be a bit confused. This doesn't seem to be the hatchling of the ancient dragon. Guangdiu does it, and looking at this color, something seems off. Has that ancient dragon Guangdiu been cheated on? Nickname none. Type Ancient Dragon of the Sky. Level Mythical. Rank 1. 0.0% basic attributes. Strength 500 Physique, 500 Agility, 500 Spirit, 500. Absolute Suppression Talent. The Ancient Dragon of the Sky is a mythical level beast. It has innate suppression ability over lower-level creatures, dealing 30% extra damage to creatures below mythical level, and reducing damage taken by 30%. The Royal Dragon of the Dragon Clan. The Ancient Dragon. Thung Thien is the supreme intelligent being of the Dragon Clan. It has an innate suppression capability against dragon beings, dealing an additional 50% damage to dragon beings and reducing damage received from dragon beings by 50%. The Mythical Bloodline. Ancient Dragon. Thung Thien is a mythical beast with an incredibly powerful physique. When Ancient Dragon Thung Thien is upgraded, it will receive rewards that increase all attributes. 200 health recovery per second, 200 mana recovery per second, 100% health points increase, 100% magic points increase. The skill Roaring Dragon's Might is the crowd control skill of ancient dragon Thung Thien with a roar that shakes the world. All creatures within a 20-meter radius, regardless of level or type, will be forced to be stunned for 1.5 seconds. Cooldown of 30 seconds consuming 2,000 mana points. Dragon King's Earth. A single target skill. Ancient Dragon. Thung Thien breathes out flames that incinerate everything, dealing 500% pure damage. For locked targets, this skill is unavoidable with a cooldown of 5 seconds consuming 1,000 mana points. The Wrath of the Dragon King is a unique innate ability. When ancient dragon Thung Thien enters an extremely angry state, it will surely destroy everything, causing a percentage of unintended damage to physical and magic beings within a 50-meter range. Cooldown of 30 days. After activating this skill, the attributes will permanently decrease by 5%, and ancient dragon Thung Thien will fall into a deep sleep for 5 days. Deep Teo finished reading the skill description of the dragon cub and couldn't help but exclaim, "This attribute is truly overpowered only at level 1 and already has 500 strength points. When I return, I will equip it with a new set of gear. At that time, a single breath from the dragon will deal over 500 points of damage. Who could withstand that? This kid has indeed found a treasure this time," Ebby Mung said, and Dorothy agreed. The attributes of this dragon cub are indeed amazing, and it also has tremendous potential for growth. If it truly matures, its destructive power will be unimaginable. Deep Teo was pleased, rubbed the dragon cub's head and praised, "I didn't expect you to have such strength. You look just like Hoi Ba. Then I'll call you Tu Hoi." Tu Hoi growled lightly happily, allowing Deep Teo to fuss over it. With this little one, no one will see this big guy as just a mere beast anymore. Deep Teo then noticed Ebby Mung holding a badge and curiously asked, "Hey, what's that toad you're holding?" "Kid, I am Ebby Mung, don't you dare call me a toad again." Deep Teo ignored Ebby Mung's threat and focused on the badge, then snatched it from his hand. "Hey, Toad, where did you get this badge?" "Give it back to me. I just got it from the ancient dragon's cave." Dorothy also curiously looked at the badge, then had a slight realization. Could it be the badge of brutality of the heavenly destruction? At that moment, information about the badge appeared. Brutality badge of the heavenly destruction grade. Basic attributes increase all attributes by 10%. Adds 10. Brutality strength. Unique passive. Those who hold the brutal badge will have supreme power. All your skills can trigger critical attacks with a basic critical rate increase of 20% and critical damage increase of 100%. Brutal killing activates the power of the brutal badge, dealing 1000% true spirit damage to the target. Immediately, the critical damage chance of this attack doubles. If the critical chance exceeds 100%, the overflow chance will double, also considered as critical damage. This damage has a 5% chance to cause an instant death effect. If the target's health is below 20%, the instant death effect will definitely activate with a cooldown of 10 days. The heavenly destruction level always looks at this terrifying attribute so it cannot be mistaken. Deep Teo joyfully said, "Kid, give it back to me quickly. This was originally exchanged with my blood." Ebby Mung angrily shouted, "Deep Teo, you exchanged your life for it, but because of you we almost lost our lives. Consider this compensation. I'll borrow this for now." "On what basis do you say borrowing is borrowing? 100,000 a day. Otherwise, no discussion." Deep Teo patted Ebby Mung's head. "I'm telling you, old Ebby, don't be so petty. Why should we talk about money between us? Stop pretending. When you need me, you call me old Ebby, and when you don't, you call me a stinky toad." Saying that, Ebby Mung let Deep Teo be. Pinning the badge to his chest unexpectedly, this inadvertently helped activate a hidden quest. You have activated the hidden quest, The Cursed Outlaw. The Cursed Outlaw is powerful like a brutal king who was defeated by Tan Uyen. O holder of the brutal badge, seek the truth. Quest objective: find the brutal fang. What the heck is a brutal fang? Deep Teo wondered, how could you not know about the brutal fang? Dorothy was surprised. That is the dagger of a god-level assassin, originally forged from the fangs of the Tan Uyen beast, known as one of the most explosive weapons. It seems there must be some connection between this brutal badge and the brutal fang. Sounds very powerful, but it's still a long way to the Great Six Tan Uyen. Just as Deep Teo finished speaking, another announcement appeared. Player Deep Teo, your playtime today has reached the limit. In 3 minutes, you will be forcibly logged out of the game. Is today already over? Looks like I have to log out first. Deep Teo said regretfully, I didn't expect the hidden dungeon in the newbie village to take so long. All right, I'll head back to the Divine Temple of Wisdom first. If anything happens, feel free to find me anytime. Remember to have gold prepared. Saying that, Dorothy set up a formation and disappeared. After all, this game is still in closed beta, so Diep-Tu quickly returned to the real world to check the news before his body was harmed. On the second day at Diep-Tu's house, the virtual game has taken the top spot in the gaming community, achieving the highest level of discussion. This game is so hard I've only been playing for a day and I already have a headache. I just upgraded to level 2. If I die one more time, all my attributes will be lost. Is there some conspiracy that makes the game so difficult? Who can play this? Oh man, who is Diep-Tu that reached level 10 in just one day? Is that cheating? This is really garbage. What kind of game has cheating on the first day of the virtual game? Meanwhile, a large number of players have died too many times in a short period. In the game, in reality, many people also died simultaneously, even more so after dying 2 or 3 times. If you feel unwell, then go offline to preserve your life. However, a significant number of players of this game gradually suffered organ failure over time and were taken to the hospital for emergency treatment. Diep-Tu read some news online and said that due to so many deaths, many countries jointly issued a statement banning players from entering the game. Why are these noobs blaming others when they are noobs themselves? In a few days, the game will turn into reality and then you will be even worse off. At that moment, Diep-Tu's phone rang. As soon as he answered, the person on the other end immediately said, "Diep-Tu, I will give you a chance. Now go to Bakhua Hospital and bring some food for Chu Hong. He is in the hospital. Right, make sure to pay for the hospital fees. As for what happened before, I'll just pretend it didn't happen." Diep-Tu hung up directly. Damn it, almost forgot this crazy person. I forgot to block her. At the same time in the hospital, "What? You say that Diep-Tu hasn't contacted me. If I suddenly call him like this, will he come?" Chu Hong, lying in bed, anxiously asked. Tan Yin confidently replied, "Think about it. Does he dare not come? That's right, he loves me to the core. If I say it, he will definitely come right away." At that moment, the doctor entered the room to inform about Chu Hong's early discharge and the payment of hospital fees. Why discharge early? Currently, there is a large number of patients suffering from organ failure in our hospital, all due to playing the game called MAT. The like you and we are currently short on beds. Tan Yin angrily shouted, "Short on beds, what does that mean? Is our lives not worth anything?" The doctor explained, "This is a special situation. I hope you both understand. Please settle the hospital fees today so the hospital can have available beds." Yin, don't argue anymore. This game is indeed not easy at all. I also plan to continue playing this game after being discharged. If you still have money, then first help me pay the hospital fees, Chu Hong said. Tan Yin replied, confused. "I don't have any money. Diep-Tu didn't give me the living expenses for this month. What? Didn't Diep-Tu give me 200,000 each month to cover living expenses? How would I know? Doesn't he only have that little change? Does he really think that spending money will win me over? I already feel disgusted just seeing him." Chu Hong tried to persuade, send a message to Diep-Tu asking him for some money. "I'm planning to start a game studio. This amount of money is nothing to him, but it's very important to us. Don't worry, he'll come soon. I just need to say a few sweet words and he'll obediently give us the money." Unfortunately, at this moment, Diep-Tu was sound asleep after a long day and didn't care about her at all, contrary to what she thought. When the alarm clock rang, Diep-Tu slowly began to wake up and entered the game. In just one day, the number of players had increased significantly. Although Diep-Tu had intentionally worn a hood, he couldn't hide the level 10 character name above his head, making him an instant target for players forcing him to run for his life. Seeing Diep-Tu running away, the players hurriedly chased after him, shouting, "Follow the Great One! He definitely knows where to level up quickly." That's right. Let's hurry and follow him. Don't let him get away. Ibi, sitting on Diep-Tu's shoulder, saw this scene and anxiously urged, "Run fast! Otherwise they'll catch us." Diep-Tu said while running, "I didn't expect the number of people chasing after us to keep increasing." A moment later, the players stopped at the edge of the level 10 trial area and said, "We can't chase anymore. Ahead is the level 10 trial area. The monsters there can take us out in an instant." That's right. That place is too dangerous. We can't go in. Could it be that Diep-Tu wants to go into the trial alone? What alone? Oh, no way. That would be too strong. On the other side, Diep-Tu stopped, sighed in relief, and said, "Finally, I lost them. They are still not foolish. This is not a place they would dare to enter." After walking a bit further, Dieptio arrived in front of a building. "Oh, this is the place." With that, Dieptio quickly walked over. The guard saw him and said, "Young man, this is not a place you should come." Dieptio replied, "Hello, guard. I want to start the leveling trial." The guard asked in surprise, "Adventurer from outside, you managed to reach level 10 so quickly. Where are your teammates?" Dieptio smiled and replied, "I'm going alone. No need for teammates." The guard exclaimed in shock, "What? No teammates, young man. I'm not saying this to discourage you. Even if it's just a normal difficulty, leveling trial going in alone is just walking into a death trap." Dieptio walked in and said, "Don't worry, I have a long lifespan." The guard shook his head and softly said, "Another young person who doesn't know their limits." Meanwhile, Dieptio stepped into a magic circle. The game begins, and in front of you are several options. Please choose the difficulty level of the trial. Normal, difficult, nightmare, hell abyss. A player at the abyss level should have no problem, right? As he spoke, Dieptio raised his hand to select the abyss level difficulty. A second later, his figure disappeared from the spot. Only the unbelievable guardian was left shouting, "The trial has begun!" This time, the difficulty of the trial is at the abyss level. What? The abyss level. Going solo at the abyss level. What kind of joke is this? In the trial area, Dieptio and Ebimong appeared. Ebimong spoke, "You're only level 10 and you dare to attempt the abyss level trial alone. Can you really do this?" Dieptio replied, "Are you looking down on me? Back then I was equipped only with bronze gear, organized an elite team, but due to that damn Qian Yanzin's interference, we were almost wiped out. In this life I came for revenge." Saying that, he summoned Tiohoi and said while walking, "With Tiohoi, what am I afraid of? Tiohoi is a mythical beast after all." Just at that moment, there was a noise behind him. "There's movement. Be careful," Dieptio whispered, turned around to observe and discovered a monster coming out of the grass, a mutated snow wolf. Level 10, health points, 5,000, magic points, 5,000, strength, 300 physique, 500 agility, 300 spirit, 500 passive, unknown skills, unknown. A description of a mutated creature from the abyss with destructive power. Be careful. Once you get targeted, the Reaper's scythe will swing towards you. Dieptio exclaimed, "Oh my god." The first thing that appears is a mutated snow wolf. This is too exciting. It has 5,000 healths. Even a shadow assassin would be desperate if they encountered this. "Tiohoi, take care of it for me." Hearing the command, Tiohoi used the Dragon King's breath skill to breathe fire at the mutated snow wolf, then rushed in, taking advantage of the opportunity to attack with its claws, causing a series of damage. The mutated snow wolf was in pain and immediately entered a frenzy state. Tiohoi was not afraid. Flew up and used the Dragon Roar skill, stunning the mutated snow wolf, then breathed fire again, taking away the last of the mutated snow wolf's health. The system announced, "Congratulations, you have successfully killed the mutated brutal snow wolf. Your beast Tiohoi has leveled up to level 4. Dieptio laughed loudly. "Well done, good job. In a blink, it has leveled up to level 4. Then he opened Tiohoi's information panel to check nickname Tiohoi species Celestial Dragon. Mythical level 4, 50% base attribute strength, 700 physique, 700 agility, 700 spirit, 700. Skill Dragon. Fangs. Dragons are the nemesis of magic. They are the kings of dragons. The Celestial Dragon will silence all spells, dealing 500% magical spirit damage to the 2 nearest enemies and forcing the enemies into a spell-casting ban state for 5 seconds. Consumes 1,000 mana points, cooldown 30 seconds. Dieptio spoke up, "For every level you increase, do all attributes go up by 50 points. This divine beast is indeed terrifying in terms of growth, and it even unlocks such a magnificent skill." Then he turned to Ebimong and asked, "Old Ebimong, what equipment did you draw out?" Ebimong replied, "These 2 items are made of dark gold. No wonder it's a mutated boss. It has a lot of good stuff. Blood Wolf Fang Dark Gold Level Tracker Temporary Effect, not determined. Snow Wolf Bow, Dark Gold Level Bow and Arrow Temporary Effect, not determined." Hearing that, Dieptio approached and picked up the 2 items, laughing, "Ha ha, indeed. This life is much more interesting than the last one." Suddenly there was movement from behind. A new monster stepped out of the shadows. Shadow Abyss Tiger. Level 10, 8,000 life points, 8,000 magic points, 400 strength, 800 physique, 300 agility, 500 spirit unknown, passive unknown skill. Description: a bizarre creature from the abyss. It has the power to destroy everything. Be careful, once targeted, the Grim Reaper's scythe will swing towards you. Deep Tew immediately pointed at the Shadow Abyss Tiger and exclaimed, "Oh my, there's even a magical beast at this level." After half an hour, Deep Tew tiredly leaned against a pillar, and on the ground were the two items after dealing with the Shadow Abyss Tiger. Very good spiked tiger shield. One-handed shield of golden level effect not determined. Black sword, one-handed sword of dark gold level effect not determined. Deep Tew spoke. "Oh my, if I had known it would be this tiring, I wouldn't have chosen this. My legs are about to break." Ebby Mong said, "We've already gotten a few good pieces of equipment. When we go back to the city later, we can definitely sell them for a good amount of gold." Deep Tew laughed and said, "Who said we're going back to the city? We can still activate the boss trial ahead. We're here to defeat it this time." Ebby Mong asked, "Are you joking? Although you've defeated so many monsters, Little Hoi is only level 7 right now. If we face a real boss, is that okay?" Deep Tew stood up and walked towards a door that had just activated, saying, "Of course, there's no problem. In the abyss. In my previous life, the final boss was only at the level of a lord. Now Little Hoi can easily defeat 2 monster beasts. Plus, with your and my help, defeating a lord-level boss will be as easy as cutting cucumbers." Once the door was activated, Deep Tew was taken to a staircase leading down. While walking, he continued, "Old Ebby Mong, today I'll show you what a master looks like. Hurry up and come here," Ebby Mong said. "Why does it sound like you're becoming less and less trustworthy?" Suddenly, a notification appeared before the group of explorers. "You have entered the abyss. You have entered a highly dangerous area. Please leave immediately. Please leave immediately." Deep Tew ignored it, continued walking down, and said, "So what if it's the abyss? In my previous life, I was a great man but was stubbornly trapped by love. In this life, the messenger of the deep abyss, the one holding the greatest power at the apocalypse, is me. Diet Tew, come here so I can embrace the entire deep abyss." At this moment, the boss appeared before them, the Wanderer of the Deep Abyss, a level 10 monarch strength, not less than 5,000 agility, not less than 5,000 unclear spirit, unclear skills. "Everything that comes from the deep abyss belongs to the deep abyss." Ebby Mong shouted, "You rotten brat! I said level lord!" Deep Tew, confused, spoke up. "What's going on? Clearly in the past life it was level lord. Why has it become a king-level boss now? 5,000 spirit points belong to the pure magic profession. Both strength and agility are 0. There is no normal attack damage, and the attack speed is extremely slow. If hit by it, you're definitely done for." Ebby Mong spoke. "You rotten brat, if you die, I'm not cleaning up for you." Deep Tew's expression became serious, turning to Tew Hoi to remind, "A king-level boss is not to be trifled with. Tew Hoi, don't randomly use skills. Follow my command." He then ordered Tew Hoi to start attacking and reminded that this big guy has slow speed, so change positions as needed and don't engage for too long. Tew Hoi, hearing the command, let out a roar and flew around the boss, starting to breathe fire. Seeing it was effective, Deep Tew happily shouted, "That's right, keep doing that." Tew Hoi moved in circles, resolutely preventing it from using any skills. "Yes, keep it up, whittle down that big guy's health." Just then, the boss suddenly turned its head to look at him. Deep Tew, in shock, said, "Huh? Why is the Wanderer looking at me like this?" Ebby Mong spoke, "Something seems off. Isn't it looking at us? It seems to be aiming at us. Could it want to eliminate us?" Before finishing, they saw the boss raise its staff. Then the staff glowed and shot a beam of green light at him. Ebby Mong quickly jumped off Deep Tew's shoulder and shouted, "Quick dodge!" No need for him to finish speaking. Deep Tew also hurriedly jumped to the side to avoid it. A second later, the ground where he had stood was shattered by the beam of green light. But that wasn't all. More beams of green light shot towards Deep Tew, forcing him to struggle to dodge and shout, "Ah, why is this guy only targeting me? Tew Hoi, hurry up, save me, I can't hold on much longer." Hearing this, Tew Hoi intensified its fire breath towards the boss. Since it wasn't targeted, it didn't have to focus on dodging, causing continuous damage, and quickly taking down the boss. System notification. Congratulations, you have completed the Deep Abyss promotion trial. Congratulations, your pet Tew Hoi has leveled up to level 10. Congratulations, you are the first explorer to successfully pass the Deep Abyss trial. Then please don't call me that rich guy anymore, okay? Diet Tiu looked at Ebby Mung and said, Old Ebby Mung, I never expected you to be so afraid of death. Ebby Mung retorted, Aren't you scared? Why are you running so fast then? Diet Tiu didn't continue to argue. He walked towards the boss's corpse and said, Finally, it's over. Let's see what drops. Meanwhile, all the other players received a system notification. Special announcement player Dai Ha Kwuk Diep Tiu has passed the Tum Ween promotion trial, becoming the first hero in history to pass the Tum Ween level trial and receive the legendary title of Tum Uyen Messenger. Promotion trial. What is that? What is this that someone has actually passed the trial? Why is it still at the Tum Uyen level? Did I hear that wrong? This is a worldwide announcement. Amid the lively discussions among players, a male player with black hair spoke up. The top player in the world has appeared in our Dai Ha Kwuk. Moreover, this person is the only one on the leaderboard. This person is not ordinary at all. Little Seven, go investigate. A female player with red hair next to him spoke up. Okay, player from village 9527. Based on my guess, they must be from Jangthun. The black-haired male player whispered, Jangthun. Then he turned back and said to a male player with blonde hair, Immediately send someone to Jangthun to investigate. The blonde-haired male player shouted, Yes. At village 9-527, 2 players appeared, 1 male and 1 female. If Diep Tiu were here, he would immediately recognize that it's Chu Hong and Tan Yen Yin. At this moment, Chu Hong said, Damn, it's only the second day and a god has already reached level 10 and they're in the same starting village as us. Yen Yin asked, Do you really think that just relying on this game can take me to the peak of life? Chu Hong laughed and replied, Of course you have to trust my judgment. Right, didn't I ask you to contact Deep Tiu to get into the game to help us level up? He has a lot of money and is also a gaming expert. Tan Yen Yin said she was too lazy to contact him. If you want to go, then go. I'm not that stingy. Chu Hong asked, What about your living expenses for this month? Tan Yen Yin happily suggested that Chu Hong not mention Deep Tiu anymore. Finally, we can have our own world for 2. Just right, I've never played a game before, so take me to play a game quickly, Chu Hong said. Okay, but first we need to think of a way to level up. Back to Deep Tiu. He looked at the item in his hand and quietly said, No way after so much effort. This is the only shard that dropped. Thumbwind fragment and unclear quality that can't be determined. I've never seen this shard in my past life. All right, I'll wait for an opportunity to identify it. So to pass the trial first, we need to leave the starting village and go to the main city. Let's go. After saying that, Diep Tiu went to the teleportation gate to go outside. Outside, the guard saw Diep Tiu appear and couldn't believe it, exclaiming it was impossible. Absolutely impossible, yet someone had passed the trial alone. Moreover, it was at the level of Tam Wien. Deep Tiu spoke up. Stop talking nonsense immediately. Contact the main city for me. I want to leave this new village. The guard replied, All right, then activated a teleportation gate and told the honorable warrior, Congratulations on passing the trial. You have now received the welcome token. From now on, you can freely enter and exit the main city. Deep Tiu said, Thank you, you've worked hard. The guard handed Diep Tiu an item and added that, Because you passed the trial to advance to Tum Uyen, you are entitled to receive the courageous heroic symbol item. Deep Tiu happily accepted it, opened it to examine, and said, Oh, not bad, another keepsake. The courageous heroic symbol at the level of Shu Thi is described as proof of a hero. Only by passing the Luyan Nguk trial can one qualify to receive it. This is the highest honor of the Empire, with basic attributes, plus 20 willpower, plus 3, and the passive ability. Courageous strength activates when health drops below 30%, with a strength increase of 10% for 1 minute. The Shu Thi level also boosts all attributes, not bad at all. Tuhoi old Ibi, let's go main city, here we come. Saying that, Diep Tiu stepped through the teleportation gate. In an instant, he appeared at the Thun Chin Fong Deep Square. System notification, you have arrived at a new area, Thun Chin Fong Diep, Ebi said. Is this really Thun Chin Fong Diep? Deep Tiu remarked. It's so cold in my past life, there were hundreds of people queuing at this class change square. Turns out if you come early, things are different, huh? Let's go find Master Beast Tamer Gooder first. Ebi curiously asked, Master Beast Tamer, aren't you a beast tamer? Why are we going to find him? Deep Tiu replied with a smile. You'll find out when the time comes. Since he was familiar with the path, Dieptiu quickly found Gooter. Dieptiu approached him and said, "Honorable Master, I would like to proceed with the class change." Gooter waved his hand and said, "If you want to change classes, go find someone else. Don't bother me." Dieptiu said, "I want to change to the hidden profession of talking to beasts, but others can't do it." Gooter glanced at Dieptiu and said, "Do you think anyone can become a beast talker? First, prove your strength. Outside the city, there's a pack of wicked wolves. You go and carve out 100 of their eyes and then come back. System notification. Gooter has assigned you the quest. The Eyes of the Werewolf. Please leave the city to eliminate 100 elite werewolf monsters and carve out their eyes, bringing them back to Gooter." Ebi looked at Dieptiu and asked, "Hey, how did you know there was a profession quest here?" Dieptiu didn't answer him. He looked at Gooter and said with a smile, "Ha ha, I'm not stupid enough to deal with 100 elite monsters." Gooter snorted disdainfully. "Truly a piece of trash. You don't even have this little skill. Just quickly get out of here and don't disturb me anymore." Dieptiu showed no anger. He took out the courage badge and presented it to Gooter, saying, "You misunderstood. I don't think I need to defeat any werewolves because this item is enough to prove my strength." Gooter exclaimed in surprise, "Huh? Is this the courage badge for the trial level?" Dieptiu nodded in confirmation. "Yes, this is indeed the courage badge for the trial level." Gooter stood up abruptly, loudly saying, "I can't believe it, that a young person like you could pass the trial for leveling up in the Abyss." Dieptiu interjected, "The level is not the Abyss level, but the Deep Abyss level." Gooter asked, "And you managed to pass even the Deep Abyss level. May I ask how many people are in your team?" Dieptiu raised one finger and said, "Just me." Hearing this, Gooter's attitude flipped 180 degrees, smiling and saying, "Indeed, from the first time I saw you, I knew you were a dragon among men, a rare talent truly extraordinary." Dieptiu said, "The first time you saw me, didn't you just say that a trash like me isn't qualified to talk to beasts?" Ebi also chimed in, "Why does this guy change his attitude faster than flipping a page?" Dieptiu declined to comment, looking at Gooter, smiling and asking, "If that's the case, can I change my profession to become a beast tamer now?" Gooter replied with a smile, "Of course, but I have a small request. I just want to see what a beast tamer that can pass the Deep Abyss trial looks like." Dieptiu smiled and said, "No problem." He then summoned Xiaohui. As soon as Gooter saw Xiaohui, he stammered, "Oh my god, is that a divine-level beast? And it's a baby dragon, too." Dieptiu nodded in confirmation. "That's right," Gooter exclaimed. "Oh my god, in my lifetime I can actually see a divine-level beast. This is exactly the beast of my dreams," Dieptiu asked Master. "Are you all right? No need to be so excited." Gooter asked if today he could not change his profession to become a beast tamer. Dieptiu puzzledly asked, "What do you mean?" Gooter replied, "Because a beast tamer is not worthy of a divine-level beast. I will prepare to introduce you to a top royal beast tamer." He then handed Dieptiu an envelope and said, "This is a recommendation letter. Go to the address on it and he will definitely give you the answer you want." "Oh, there's such a good thing." Smiling, Dieptiu reached out to take the envelope. System notification. You have activated the hidden profession quest, The Whisper of the Giant Dragon. Go to the royal city and find the top royal beast tamer. After that, Dieptiu said goodbye to Gooter and left. On the way, Ebi Mong spoke up, "Kid, you really are lucky. And yet it can be transformed into a hidden profession." Dieptiu spoke up. "But the royal beastmaster is in the royal city, which is too far from here. Moreover, I have many other things to do now." Ebi Mong asked, "What are you going to do?" Dieptiu replied, "Just follow me and you'll find out. I have another hidden mission to complete." Ebi Mong asked, "How does a kid like you know so many hidden missions?" After a while, Dieptiu found the target for the hidden mission. Looking at the girl strolling under the protection of 3 guards, Dieptiu spoke, "It's her." Ebi Mong suspiciously asked, "Hey kid, are you planning to sell yourself?" Dieptiu said, "What do you know? She is the widow of the former Lord Lady Charlie Raleigh. She is a rich and beautiful widow." At this moment, the guards noticed Dieptiu approaching, so they blocked his way and asked, "Stop! Who are you?" Dieptiu looked at Charlie Raleigh and said, "Dear esteemed Lady Charlie, why does your face always look so sad? Is there something troubling you? How can I assist you?" Charlie Raleigh replied, "Oh, I have indeed lost a personal item. Young man, if you find it, I would be very grateful. The system notified you have received a request from Lady Charlie Raleigh. Please bring her some beautiful flowers. Ebby Mung exclaimed in surprise. There really is a hidden mission. Deep Tew smiled and bowed, saying, Dear beautiful lady, please rest assured your matters will be handled by me. After parting from the lady for a long time, Ebby Mung asked, The flowers that lady wants are probably in the flower garden or outside the city. Why are we wandering in the city? Deep Tew said. What do you know? What she wants is not an ordinary type of flower. Ebby Mung asked, Then do you know where her flowers are? Deep Tew looked at the shop in front and said, Of course it's right here. Ebby Mung suspiciously asked, A prop shop? Could there be beautiful flowers? Are you sure? Deep Tew stepped inside the shop. The shopkeeper saw him and asked, Oh, a guest from afar, what would you like to buy? Deep Tew said, I heard your shop sells treasure boxes, right? The shopkeeper smiled and said, Just by looking, I can tell this customer is an expert. My treasure boxes can't even open ancient cacti. Not only that, they can also open high-level necromancer staves. What price would you like for the items? Sir Deep Tew smiled and said, I want the most expensive one. Upon hearing this, the shopkeeper took out a box and introduced, This is the highest level treasure box in our shop, priced at 10,000 gold coins per box. Deep Tew threw out a bag full of gold coins and said, One won't be enough. How many do you have in the store? I'll take them all. The shopkeeper exclaimed, What? Take all of them, Deep Tew said. Did you not hear clearly? Take them all. Open all the treasure boxes for me. Ah, yes, all right, said the shopkeeper as he ran off to prepare all the treasure boxes, lining them up in front of Deep Tew. After that, each box was opened in turn, a level 2 bronze sword, a large healing potion, and a size-increasing bread. Half an hour later, the shopkeeper stood in front of the last treasure box and said, Dear esteemed customers, there is only this one box left out of the 100 treasure boxes. Deep Tew said, Open it. He quietly said to himself that this time when the box was opened, everyone would see a beautiful flower inside. The beautiful flower was described as an exquisite flower, but it was unknown what its use was. Ebby Mung exclaimed, It really is a beautiful flower. Deep Tew picked up the flower and said with a smile, Old Ebby Mung, let's go. A while later in her bathroom, Sally Jelly was soaking in the bathtub and said, Lead. Do you think anyone can find that flower for me? Lead replied, Of course, madam, with such a lure, the luck will definitely not be less. Just then a maid rushed in to report, Madam, there is a young man outside who wishes to see you. He said he is carrying the flower you requested. Charlie Raleigh exclaimed, What? So there really is someone who found it for me. Sahib. A moment later, Charlie Raleigh went outside and the guard pointed to Deep Tew and reported, Madam, it is this young man who has the item you requested. Charlie Raleigh looked at Deep Tew and asked, Young man, have you really found what I wanted? Deep Tew presented a box and said, Authentic goods, beautiful madam, please take a look. Charlie Raleigh opened the box, and when she saw the flower inside, she exclaimed, Indeed, it is this beautiful flower. I have searched for it for a long time, and I never expected that today I would finally... Then she looked at Deep Tew and said, It truly is a great event. I am indeed a bit excited. Young man, you have helped me with such a big matter. How would you like to be rewarded? Money or a rare item? Deep Tew replied, Beautiful madam, I do not care about money or items. Charlie Raleigh said in surprise, Oh, if you do not care about money or items, then I can only offer myself as a reward. Deep Tew blushed and quickly said, No way. During the day, are you really going to do that? At this age, who could stand it? Madame, you misunderstood. I only want you to help me obtain citizenship. The system announced, Thanks to your noble behavior and extraordinary charm, the favorability of Madame Gia Lai towards you has increased by 20. Sally Raleigh laughed and said, You fool, so you just want citizenship. This is too easy. Then she looked at the maid next to her and ordered, Elisa, go get my paper pen and seal. Elisa replied, Yes, madam. Deep Tew took out a map and said, Additionally, I have one more request. Please help me think of a way to buy some property in Than Phong Diep and settle down here. Charlie Raleigh took the map and said, Oh, buying property to avoid wandering outside is indeed a very wise choice. I can understand your desire to buy real estate, but the building you want to buy in the West City area is not very prosperous. Are you sure you want to buy this place? Deep Tew replied, Madame, I am very sure about my choice. I hope you can help me make contact. I would be eternally grateful. Charlie Riley smiled and said, "All right, I will arrange for someone to contact the real estate agent in the West City area." Deep Tiu said, "Thank you, madam." Ebby Mong asked, "Why are you buying the desolate West City instead of the flourishing East City, you brat? Losing money is not our way to get rich." Deep Tiu smiled and said, "What do you know?" He thought to himself, "Of course you all don't know that soon Then Chin Fong Diep will be attacked by a horde of strange creatures under the assault of a large number of fierce and bizarre beings. The current city lord will lose his life, and most of the buildings in the East City area will be destroyed. The West City area is the only area that does not attract too many strange creatures due to sparse population. Therefore, this place will suffer the least losses, and later become the area with the most functional architectural projects in all of Tan Fong Diep. Ha ha ha, how could I possibly run a loss in business? I hope the real estate agent's people have arrived. Thanks to Lai Rally's corpse, the procedures went very smoothly. The agent's person asked, "Sir Diep, the real estate contract you want to buy has been signed a total of 340 houses and 184 stores for a total of 120 million gold. May I ask when you will make the payment?" Diep Tiu replied, "Buying so much and only 100,000. That's too cheap, I will pay right now." After the payment was completed, the real estate agent's person stood up and said, "Pleasure doing business." Then this person left. Charlie Riley handed Deep Tiu a scroll and said, "This is the citizenship you wanted." Deep Tiu took it and said, "Oh, I became a citizen of Then Fong Deep so quickly." Charlie Riley corrected, "More accurately, not a citizen of Then Fong Deep, but a citizen of the Long Feng Empire, a first-class citizen." Deep Tiu exclaimed, "What? A citizen of the Long Feng Empire?" Ebby Mong also exclaimed, "No way! The first-class citizen status of the Long Feng Empire is a privilege that even many vassals with powerful armies do not have. What kind of luck did you step into?" Deep Tiu turned to look at Charlie Riley and asked, Could it be that you are from the royal family?" Charlie Riley smiled and asked, "What's wrong? Can't I be from the royal family?" Deep Tiu thought to himself, "No wonder every gesture of this woman exudes a noble royal aura." He then asked, "So, madam, do you know the royal beast Tamer?" Charlie Riley asked, "You mean Uncle ST, right? What do you want from him?" Deep Tiu replied with a smile, "To be honest, I want to ask him about the transfer mission related to the royal beast Tamer." Charlie Riley said Uncle ST is in the imperial capital, but he is a very eccentric person and his whereabouts are unpredictable. I will try to help you contact him. Deep Tiu actively kissed the back of Charlie Riley's hand and said, "Oh, beautiful lady, I really don't know how to thank you. I can only give you my most sincere kiss." Charlie Riley blushed and said, "From now on, don't call me lady anymore, just call me Sophia." Deep Tiu laughed and said, "All right, dear beautiful Sophia." The system announced, "Due to your incredible charm, the lady's affection for you increases by 20. The current reputation leaderboard has been opened. Players in Dai Ha can check it by opening the leaderboard. Congratulations to player Diep Tiu for successfully purchasing real estate. The housing system in the Dai Ha area is now open. The daily gaming time for all players in Dai Ha has been increased by 1 hour. Congratulations, you have leveled up to level 11. Your pet little Hoi has also reached level 11. Ebby Mong spoke up. "Look at your face, isn't this just Deep Tiu selling his body?" Deep Tiu glanced at Ebby Mong, smiled, and said, "Old Ebby Mong, I like that look of yours, can't stand it, but also can't escape from me, ha-ha." At the same time, other players were also shocked by the announcement regarding Diep Tiu. They all stopped their actions and began to discuss, "What the hell is that? First-class citizen. Is this game's real estate system really that realistic? Is the gaming time for all players in the Dai Ha country really increased by 1 hour? Damn it, what the hell is this first-class citizen? What class of citizens are we, huh? Damn it. It's bad enough to be bullied in real life, but now even in the game, too. Which bastard came up with this stop cursing, stop cursing? Where did this bastard come up with this? I don't even know where this game originated from." Chu Hong and Tan Yen Yin, who were leveling up, also stopped and paid attention to the announcement board. Chu Hong said, "Oh my god, this name Deep Tiu has already reached level 11 and has also become a first-class citizen. This is too impressive." Tan Yen Yin said, "Impressive it is. But what's up with the name being so weird?" Then she sighed, sat down and continued. If we had such a master leading us, we would have reached level 4 or 5 by now. It would be just like now, defeating a sim. Similarly, the other 3 teammates who were fighting felt uncomfortable and turned to scold, "Hey, from the tone of your voice, are you criticizing our team? You haven't done anything, just crossed your arms and leveled up, and you're still not satisfied. That's right, if you don't want to go, you can leave. Just a bit pretty and think you're a princess." Chu-hong hurriedly spoke to mediate. "Everyone misunderstood. My friend didn't mean that. I sincerely apologize." However, Tan Yen appeared angry and shouted, "If you want to go, then go. Who cares?" Chu-hong said, "Let's go." Then she turned around and left. Chu-hong hurriedly chased after and said, "Oh, Yen, you're doing fine like this. Now it's just the 2 of us left. How can we level up?" Tan Yen angrily shouted, You said you would take me to level up. They just scolded me, yet you still refused to help me. Do you really care about me or not?" Chu-hong hurriedly said, "Okay, I was wrong. Oh, right, I asked you to contact Deep Tiu to play the Apocalypse game together. Have you contacted him yet?" Tan Yen said, "Why should I take the initiative to contact him? It's always him who contacts me first." Chu-hong said, "All right, you're noble, but this time, can you take the initiative to contact Deep Tiu for me? Consider it me begging you. Ask him to take us to level up." Tan Yen said, "If you're begging me, then I will reluctantly do it. It's getting late. I'll send him a message after going offline." Chu-hong smiled and said, "Great, Yen, then I'll wait for your good news." "Okay, see you offline tomorrow." With that, Tan Yen logged out of the game. In the real world at Tan Yen's house, although Deep Tiu's way of spending money was very vulgar, still, I can't blame everything on him. I should still give him a chance. All right then, I will take the initiative to contact him once. Thinking this, she sent a message to Deep Tiu saying, "Deep Tiu, I'm playing a game called, you should quickly buy some equipment. As long as you can get me into the leaderboard this time, I will consider becoming your girlfriend." What do you think? Isn't that very touching? Tan Yen softly said, "Luckily, I am a forgiving girl, so I forgive you." 5 minutes later, still not seeing Deep Tiu reply, Tan Yen picked up her phone to check and found that Deep Tiu had unfriended her earlier. She angrily shouted, "What? Deep Tiu actually unfriended me? How dare he? Deep Tiu, from today on I sever all ties with you. If you really have the ability, then don't beg me like a dog anymore. Even if you kneel, I won't forgive you, never coming back." In the game on a road in Dongtan of Tun. Chinfeng Deep Tiu was walking and softly said, "Soon my Tathan area will be prosperous like this." Next he walked to his destination, a shop. As soon as he entered, the shopkeeper said, "Our shop only appraises equipment from the silver level, and above anything like bronze level should be taken outside." Deep Tiu took out a pendant and asked, "Can you appraise this dark gold level?" "Dark Knight pendant. Dark gold grade accessory effect not yet determined." The shopkeeper took of the pendant and exclaimed, "Oh my God, this is really dark gold level." Then the shopkeeper looked at Deep Tiu with a smile and said, "Dear customer, please rest assured if it's dark gold level, I will personally appraise it, ensuring there are no errors." Deep Tiu asked, "No need for many words, what is the success rate?" The shopkeeper replied, "I am a golden level appraiser with excellent skills, achieving a success rate of over 80%. Just for this dark gold level equipment, it costs 100 gold coins." Deep Tiu threw a bag full of money on the table and said, "No problem, let's get started. I have a few more dark gold pieces on me, just appraise them all." Then Deep Tiu threw a pile of equipment on the table. The shopkeeper exclaimed, "Wow, you are truly a god of wealth." Deep Tiu urged, "Hurry up and appraise, I don't have time." The shopkeeper quickly said, "Okay." So the shopkeeper began with the first item, which was a level 10 Dark Knight necklace. Dark gold quality, providing 40 strength and reducing dark attribute damage by 20%. The shopkeeper looked at Deep Tiu and said, "The attributes of this item are indeed extraordinary." Deep Tiu replied, "Yeah, the attributes are not bad. Keep going." After the appraisal was complete, Deep Tiu left the shop and opened his personal information panel to check. Player Deep Tiu. Unique profession. God of Wealth. Beast. Tamer. Level 11, 1.2. 10%. Basic status. Health points. 990 magic points. 2. 640. Hunger and thirst points. 100. Basic attributes. Strength, 142. Physique, 99. Spirit, 264. Agility, 110. Special attributes, luck 65, willpower 68. Deep Tiu remarked, "Oh, the attributes have indeed increased quite a bit." Ebby Mong asked, Now your strength is strong enough to handle things on your own, so what will we do next? Deep Teal replied. Sophia hasn't brought any news yet, so let's go to the Mist Valley to level up. Let's go then. A moment later, Deep Teal arrived outside the Mist Valley. Ebimong asked, "Here, isn't this a level 20 monster area?" Deep Teal replied, "That's right." Just then, a pack of level 21 gray hyenas appeared ahead, their attributes unviewable due to the large speed difference. The description of its gray hyena describes them as already fierce, and now they are even more bloodthirsty. They will attack any other creature in sight with a penchant for anal probing. Love reminder, please protect your daisies. Deep Teal exclaimed, "Hey, why are these monsters following in groups like this? It's a bit creepy." Little Hoy, come on. Little Hoy was summoned and immediately flew into the air to breathe fire at the monsters while Deep Teal and Ebimong leisurely sat drinking tea and watching the battle. Deep Teal said, "The monsters here are high level, so they will automatically run towards us, so we just need to defend here." Ebimong replied, "You really know how to enjoy life, huh?" Deep Teal took a sip of tea and said, "Of course, thinking back to the years of suffering and beatings, living like this is how a person should live." 2 hours later, all the monsters were defeated by Little Hoy. System notification. Congratulations, you have successfully leveled up to level 12. Your beast Little Hoy has successfully leveled up to level 12. Deep Teal laughed and said, "Finally leveled up. At this rate, it will only take a few days to reach level 20, right?" Suddenly, among the monsters' corpses, there was an object that caught Deep Teal's attention. He walked over to pick up and examine the basic fireball scroll. Description. After breaking it, you will understand the trick of the fireball. Deep Teal happily remarked, "So it really is a fireball." Ebimong asked, "Hey, you're a beast master, why are you using a fireball? Isn't that kind of funny?" Deep Teal replied, "What do you know? Having more skills is always better. First learn it, then we can talk." With that, Deep Teal immediately crushed the scroll. System notification. You have successfully learned the fireball. Fireball proficiency. Does not consume mana to condense a fireball that deals 150% of the target's spirit points as magic damage. Casting time is 1 second, costs 50 mana, cooldown time is 5 seconds. Just then, a monster ran towards him. "Let you taste my fireball." With that, Deep Teal used the fireball skill and shot it towards the monster. However, the damage dealt was quite modest. Deep Teal exclaimed in surprise, "Is something wrong? This damage is too humiliating." Ebimong laughed loudly. "Haha, your damage is even less than the damage caused by a fart from Tu Hoy." Deep Teal opened the system interface and said, "It's getting late, it's time to log out. See you in 2 hours." This is the 3rd day of the surface world, which means the open beta has begun. By then, all those over 16 years old in Daiha will be forced to participate in this extremely dangerous game. The world is about to undergo huge changes. By nightfall, all people over 16 years old were forcibly pulled into the game world. They didn't understand what was happening, appearing confused and worried. What's going on? Is it an earthquake? What the heck is going into the game? Could this be a midnight joke? It doesn't look like it. What's going on? I was taking a shower and in the blink of an eye, I'm here. This isn't a game where I'm eating skewers. Where's my skewer? Am I dreaming or what? Oh wow, have I time traveled? Haha, I am indeed the chosen one. Old Lee. Why are you here too? Old Wong, weren't you at the dance square? Tan Yin Yin exclaimed in surprise. Huh, what's going on? Why did we automatically enter the game? Chu Hong replied, "You too, this is too strange. You just went out with Vung Van and a few others for a late-night snack when suddenly you entered the game. It seems we are not the only ones forced into the game. It seems this game really is an opportunity to change the world. That's right, Yen Yen. I told you to contact Deep Teal to take us to level up. How is everything going?" Tan Yen. Yen angrily spoke up. Deep Teal told him to get lost. No matter how much he cries and begs, I won't pay attention to him. I'm preparing to contact the great god Ya Tiu in the game to take us to level up. Chu Hong asked, "What? Do you know the great god Ya Tiu? The one who is at the top of the leaderboard?" "Bah." Tan Yen Yin replied, "Not yet, but just based on my beauty. No man can resist me." At that moment, all players received a system notification. Everyone over 16 years old in Daiha, regardless of gender, age, or status, is forced to log in. The game's exit interface disappeared and players could not log out. The distribution of players is related to their actual location. The closer the distance, the closer the appearance location will be. Each newbie village corresponds to an area. If a player dies in the game, they cannot return to reality. After reading, the group of players began to discuss. Now that everyone is forced to participate in the game, this world seems to have something wrong. Where is Yatu? Isn't he the one at the top of the leaderboard? Does he know how to escape from the game? That's right. He is the only player who participated in the closed beta and can level up so quickly. Could he know something? This guy seems like a hacker. Maybe he is a GM too. We must find him at newbie village number 01. A male player with black hair is kneeling before the player with ID Bat Dong Yu Sun and reporting, "So far, we haven't found a way to escape from the game, and we may be stuck in the game forever." Bat Dong Yu Sun asked, "Has the situation become that serious? What about Yatu? Is there any news about player number 1? The black-haired male player replied, "Unable to contact him, he is already at level 12, no longer in newbie village. Right now, no one can get out." Bat Dong Yu Sun asked, "What about Tran Quang? Can't he be contacted either?" The black-haired male player replied, "Quang is only at level 4. Bat Dong Yu Sun shouted, "He's not a Clover Beta player. How is he only at level 4 now?" The black-haired male player replied, "He continuously led the team to level up, but the intensity of the apocalypse is really too high. So many people are only at level 2. Bat Dong Yu Sun said, "There are indeed such people in Jiangtan. Yatiu is indeed not simple. Pass down the order. We must try to find this Yatiu." The black-haired male player replied, "Understood." In the main city, Fong Diep received a new message. "Yatio has gone to the Duke's mansion. There is news about the matter you are investigating." Deep Tio replied, "Okay, I'll be right there." Then he smiled and said, "I didn't expect to have news of the Beastmaster Emperor so soon. Has it been killed?" Dieptiu just entered the house and saw Sophia waiting on the stairs. Sophia exclaimed with joy, "You came, I missed you so much." He immediately blushed and replied awkwardly, "Oh, I just arrived." In his mind, Dieptiu briefly had a thought. This is a bit too affectionate. Who would be able to handle losing someone like that? He sweetly asked, "Oh, beautiful Sophia, do you have news about the royal beast Tamer?" The woman replied somewhat unhappily, "Don't rush, he's traveling and can't call." Deep Tio sighed softly. "Oh, you made me lose a fan." She continued, "But Uncle Store told me to show you how to unlock the hidden profession. It's actually not difficult. It's right in this city of Fongdeep." Hearing that, his eyes lit up. "What? Right in the city of Fongdeep?" Deep Tio couldn't help but feel happy. "Oh my God, I thought I had to run to the ends of the earth. Who knew the museum was hidden right at the doorstep?" He quickly continued, "Sophia, my dear, please tell me." She rested her chin in thought. It might be a bit difficult. According to Uncle Store, there's a very powerful dragon living in the Long Sun Mountains outside of 10 streets. Moreover, under the dragon's cave, there's a maze, and deep inside the maze... Deep Tio immediately interrupted. "You mean a cave maze, right?" Sophia asked in surprise. "You know the name of this maze?" He awkwardly smiled. "Ha ha, I just happened to overhear." At that moment, a thought echoed in Deep Tio's mind. "Of course I know who said I had passed through this cave maze so many times in my past life," he pondered with a doubtful tone. "But I heard there's only a level 80 mutated boss there. How could it be a dragon?" As Sophia confidently asserted, "Uncle Store is sure there's a dragon guarding this place." Deep Tio thought to himself, "Clearly in my past life it was a mutated boss, but could it really be replaced by a dragon this time?" Then he clicked his tongue, turned, and walked away, saying, "Let's just go for now." Sophia anxiously stopped him. "Are you planning to go into the maze alone? That's a level 80 area. Even the elite soldiers in the city can't survive, and you just..." Deep Tio smiled reassuringly. "Don't worry, my dear Sophia, I have my own ways." Suddenly the system announced, "Tin Store brings news. Please go to the unknown maze and bring back what's inside." Ebby replied sarcastically, "That's right, you even dared to steal a dragon egg before, so wandering in this maze is nothing." He angrily shouted, "Shut up, you foul toad!" Deep Tio immediately took out the token of the Dung Chi Tone Temple. His cold gaze firmly stated, "As long as I have money, even dragons can be subdued." Dorothy is the most familiar with dealing with giant dragons. He quickly opened the teleport gate. He needed to ask Dorothy about this. Seeing the item in Deep Tio's hand, Sophia was startled. "Oh, this is the token of the Dung Chi Ton Temple, right? Deep Tio has only reached level 12 and already has it." From the gate, a sweet yet teasing female voice rang out. Which cute boy is calling for his big sister this time? When she saw clearly, she was momentarily stunned and then smiled brightly. "Oh, it turns out to be my little brother, Diep Tio. Do you remember this sister again?" Diep Tio exclaimed in surprise. "Oh, Dorothy, I've come to find you about this big matter." Dorothy frowned. "Could it be another big dragon?" He nodded in praise. "Dorothy, you really are a prophetic genius. That's right, it's a dragon." That statement hit her like a bolt from the blue, making her panic and shout, "What, another big dragon? Do you have a grudge against the Dragon Clan? The last time you stole my dragon egg, the wound still hasn't healed. I'm not going. Go find someone else." Deep 2 immediately offered the same condition as last time. "After the job is done, it's still 200,000 as a reward." Dorothy hesitated. 200,000. Then she still firmly refused. "Forget it. It's not that I don't want to take this job. The truth is that I'm injured and need to recover. If you're not in a hurry after a month, I will go with you." He continued to tempt her. "If Sister Dorothy is injured, then what if I can provide the location of the Holy Spring?" She exclaimed in surprise. "You actually know the location of the Holy Spring? Don't joke. If you really know, then even if I die, I will go with you." Deep 2 replied nonchalantly. "Okay, it's settled. Let's set off now." Dorothy was wide-eyed in shock. "Are we really leaving now?" She trailed behind Diep Tio, continuously asking where the Holy Spring was located. He answered casually, "The Lost Land." "The Lost Land. What's the specific location, do you know?" Sophia watched their figures, murmuring, "This guy, Diep Tio, is truly unimaginable." Then the system suddenly displayed a notification. Sophia's favorability towards you increased by 10. She was lost in thought, her eyes dreamy. In the future, will he become a god-level powerhouse? At the same time, at a location outside the newbie village, a group of people surrounded a lifeless body. One person anxiously called out, Wang Chang, wake up!" Another person shook their head. "Wang Chang was killed twice. After being reborn, his organs have been exhausted." The crowd quickly fell into chaos. One person panicked and shouted, "Can this game really kill people? Help! I want to go home." The person next to him snapped, "Don't scream. Who here doesn't want to go home? It's just that no one knows how to escape the game." A calm person suggested, "I heard someone has reached level 12. Why don't we go ask him?" Transitioning to the rugged and majestic Kang Long mountain range, the sound of dragon roars echoed through the quiet mountains and forests. On the winding and treacherous mountain path, they chatted as they walked. Dorothy always stays highly alert. Such a beautiful place doesn't look like it has a dragon lurking at all. The more peaceful and quiet the scenery, the scarier the hidden dangers are. Deep Tio nodded in agreement. Sister Dorothy is right. The monsters here are all level 80. If it weren't for Sister Dorothy's Kwang level maintaining, we would have been surrounded by monsters a long time ago. Then she seriously suggested, "If we are entering a maze, then with the monsters on the way if possible, let's not fight." He nodded in agreement. "Yeah." Upon seeing the giant dragon flying in the sky, Dorothy complained irritably, "That's a level 5 dragon, I don't want it to spot me." He stepped forward, gently encouraging, "Don't worry, it won't see you. The entrance to the maze is right below the slope at the top of the mountain." She trudged behind, continuously threatening, "I hope that kid you remember right. If not, then you'll bear the consequences." They walked on and on, finally reaching the slope at the top of the mountain. Deep Tio exclaimed, "Look, isn't it?" Soon the two stood before a door on which there were strange patterns. He asserted confidently, "It's right here." After a while of checking, Dorothy anxiously spoke. "The problem has arisen. This is indeed a teleportation array, but there are no traces of magical energy left around. I'm afraid I can't open it." Deep Tio approached the door, confidently saying, "Let me." With just one simple action, blood quickly oozed from his palm. Deep Tio immediately pressed his bleeding hand against the array and it began to change. She was stunned. Kid, how did you know how to open it? In an instant, the door swung open. Dorothy exclaimed in amazement, "You really opened it." Deep Teo appeared mysterious. "I have my own way. Haha, let's go quickly." Dorothy grumbled, "Mysterious and secretive kid, how many secrets do you have?" Suddenly, the system sounded countless alerts. "Ding, you have entered a highly dangerous area. Ding, you have entered the dark cave maze. The maze only has one exit. Find the exit within the time limit. If not, you will be trapped inside forever." Reminder: this maze has many bizarre creatures. Please be careful. Countdown time 180 minutes. Ebimong was frightened, sweating profusely. "Kid, can't you take me to a safe place?" He went deeper into the eerie area while wiping his face. "And it's only 3 hours, huh?" Inside, Deep Teo thought, "In my previous life, the time limit was 3 days." He murmured, "Indeed, something is strange. The time has been shortened." She worriedly reminded Deep Teo, "I have to remind you, this action is compared to facing a level 5 dragon." "Are you sure you want to take those items?" Deep Teo teased. "Sister Dorothy, you are a high-level sorceress. What are you afraid of?" She felt extremely dissatisfied. How could this brat look down on her? Dorothy laughed loudly, showing no fear. "Haha, what are you joking about? Here I am, a divine-level powerhouse, an elder of the Taoist Hall, a pinnacle existence in the magical arts. So what do I have to fear from a little weird maze?" Seeing that she looked uncomfortable, he immediately softened his tone. "That's true. Let's hurry inside." Then suddenly Deep Teo asked, "By the way, Sister Dorothy, do you know hidden arts?" Dorothy yelled in frustration. "What are you talking about?" "You just insulted someone. Hidden mystic technique is the lowest level of magic. I didn't even glance at that stuff back when I was in school." Deep Teo quickly tried to calm her down. "If it can just conceal one's whereabouts and breath, that would be better." She snapped her fingers and their presence was quickly hidden. "It's too easy." He laughed and praised, "Hey, no wonder you're a god-level, truly amazing." At that moment, the system chimed in, "Ding, you have received benefits. Dark maze of 100 dreams and merging into darkness." Deep Teo carefully reminded, "Sister Dorothy, there are a total of 5 bizarre monsters in the maze, including 3 level 60 reptiles, 1 level 60 elite boss, and 1 level 80 regular bizarre monster. We must be careful." Dorothy couldn't help but be astonished, exclaiming, "Oh, you know about this too!" "Do you really know how to predict?" He gently replied, "You could say that I do know some things." At the same time, Deep Teo thought to himself, "In my previous life, I fought through this maze 800 times. How could I not know this?" She was stunned, shouting, "Evil technique! What else do you know?" "You answered everything politely." Looking at the monsters in front of them, Deep Teo quickly instructed Sister Dorothy, "We need to sneak past here. Don't disturb these monsters. Sister, pay close attention to my footsteps later." Dorothy immediately raised her voice, sounding irritated. "What? Are you teaching me how to do something? What level are you and what level am I?" In her lifetime, she has passed through more mazes than you have traveled those paths. He gently jumped over the sharp barbed wire in front while walking and guiding. "Master Dorothy, I'll jump first. You watch closely." Next, Deep Teo glided past the monster like the wind, making no noise at all. Seeing this, her eyes clearly showed shock. "Oh my gosh, you just passed right behind a level 60 elite monster and weren't detected." "I'm not a master." "He is the master. Your whole family are masters." Immediately after, Dorothy quickly jumped, following his lead, continuing to delve deeper with him. Deep Teo warned, "Next is the time to prepare for battle." He hid behind a rock, secretly observing the monster in front, his face full of worry. "Look at it. It's definitely not like it was in my previous life at all." The system displayed information about the target, but everything was very vague. Guardian of the Shadow Maze, bizarre quality, unknown rank, unknown level, unknown description, unknown attributes. Deep Teo uneasily spoke. "Sister Dorothy, can you see its rank?" She replied indifferently. "The boss is a crazy level 100, but their strength is just average." He quickly exerted his power and proposed a plan. "I'll pave the way first, Sister Dorothy. Look for a chance to strike." Dorothy nodded. "Okay, don't worry. I will add absolute defense for you." After that, Deep Teo didn't forget to remind, "Drive safely. Go 1,000 miles old. "AB, don't get involved. Be careful not to disturb this ghostly beast." He responded irritably, "Just take care of yourself first." In an instant he had approached the Dung, joyfully shouting out. The hidden occupational scroll was about to be in hand, but upon seeing the items inside, Deep Tiu was filled with disappointment, cursing, "Damn it, no way, even the things in this chest don't look like anything." Suddenly the monster noticed him, and Deep Tiu jumped, his heart pounding. A frost shock was cast, immediately enveloping the monster in ice. Dorothy yelled in frustration, "Aren't you going to run? What do you think you're doing?" But the monster quickly broke through the layer of ice and crazily chased after him. Deep Tiu screamed in panic, "Sister Dorothy, hurry and save me!" She nervously executed the 5 thunder spell formation with bolts of lightning striking directly at the enemy in front, stunning it. He checked the 2 items he just obtained. The goat leather seemed to have some effect. It was on cooldown, Heavenly Destruction grade. The cooldown of the active skill has reset, possessing powerful strength, capable of resetting the cooldown of other items regardless of level. 3 days cooldown. This rotten kid, Ebby Mong joyfully shouted, "You've hit the jackpot again." Deep Tiu held up the cooldown stone, admiring it. "Oh wow, it's actually Heavenly Destruction grade reset cooldown. Then the cooldown of the brutal metal is only 3 days, isn't it?" The monster still hadn't recovered from the last attack. Dorothy's gaze was fixed on it coldly, asking, "Deep Tiu, what about this boss? Should we kill it or not?" He excitedly replied, "Kill it." "Sister Dorothy, go all out for me." She slightly smiled, a dangerous smile. "Then I will unleash a massacre." Right after that, she unleashed the 5 thunder demon spells with bolts of lightning violently aimed at the monster. It writhed in pain, its whole body trembling, eyes rolling back, screaming in agony. Deep Tiu commented, "What is this boss screaming about?" Ebby Mong added, "Could it be that it's going berserk?" He murmured softly. Suddenly, the wall in front burst open, revealing a large hole from which a giant monster hand reached out. He panicked and shouted, "Oh no, it's calling the ancient dragon!" Then the monster quickly breathed fire. It fearfully stammered, "It's the ancient dragon!" Deep Tiu angrily shouted, "Why aren't you running? What are you waiting for?" Ebby Mong shouted loudly, "Run now!" He frowned. "Why are you always running away in a panic?" Dorothy snapped irritably. "Because we can't fight it!" The monster suddenly regained its strength. It furiously chased after them. She was still in shock. "This makes no sense at all. How could this ghostly beast summon the giant dragon?" Deep Tiu replied confusedly. "I guess they might be neighbors." Ebby Mong angrily shouted, "You little brat, it's about to catch up. Why don't you ask yourself—" The monster was still aggressively chasing after them. Dorothy exclaimed in panic, "Oh no, this guy is crazy and isn't affected by the slow effect." Ebby Mong urged, "Run quickly, hurry up." "You little brat, it's almost caught up to us." He suddenly stopped to fight it. "Run. This guy has entered a berserk state. He's ready to fight us to the death." "Then I'll send him off a bit." She screamed in fear. "He's level 100 and you're only level 12. Don't do anything stupid." Deep Tiu quickly took out 2 support items. "I have a cooldown stone plus a brutal metal, so use it to test the firepower." Dorothy couldn't help but worry. "With that ratio, you really don't care about your life anymore." He immediately activated the power of the brutal metal, Die. "Here you go." A bright red energy shot straight into the monster, causing it to lose 242 health points. Deep Tiu was terrified. His face pale, sweating profusely, mumbling, "No way is that all the damage. Is my face that dirty?" Ebby Mong's eyes showed helplessness as he trembled and said, "You rotten bastard, if you die, I won't go clean up after you." Suddenly the monster spat blood, its face filled with pain. At this moment, the brutal skill finally unleashed its power, tearing through the monster's body and creating a huge hole. It lost a massive amount of health, 932.642. Then the system announced a message. The target's health is below 20%, activating your death effect, and Ebby Mong received a significant boost. "Congratulations, you have successfully killed the level 100 ghostly demon boss, the Ghostly Beast. Congratulations, you leveled up to level 13. Congratulations, your little pet has leveled up to level 13. Congratulations, you leveled up to level 20. Congratulations, your little pet has leveled up to level 20. Your level has reached the limit and cannot be increased anymore." Deep Tiu jumped for joy. In the blink of an eye, he leveled up to 20. That's amazing. The battle was over, but Dorothy was still in shock. Is this really too absurd? A level 100 ghostly demon boss was killed by a level 12 player. At the same time, the system announced to all players. Worldwide announcement at player. Deep Tew from the Great Xia Nation has successfully killed the level 100 ghostly demon boss, the Ghostly Beast, completing the first level 100 ghostly demon boss kill. Reputation value plus 500 attribute points, plus 50 national battle zone points, plus 1. Special announcement. One person exclaimed in surprise, "What? The level 100 boss has been killed. What the hell is going on?" The person next to him stammered, This is really unreasonable, way too unreasonable. Are we playing the same game?" Someone on the other side couldn't help but exclaim, "Wow, this is really something. Killing a level 100 boss for the first time, is this really something a human can do? This is too perverted." The person next to him immediately added, "I think this game must have some kind of loophole, otherwise Ye Chao might not even be a player." Another person chimed in, "There must be something shady going on." At this moment at the square, everyone gathered around the world ranking monument discussing the recent event excitedly. Someone said, "Damn if willing, I would gladly be his adoptive father." A voice from the side echoed, "Usually I don't have the feeling of idolizing others, but now I just want to say that I want to kneel before this father Ye Tiao." A voice from the other side replied, "Wow, you guys really don't know what shame is, do you? Don't you have fathers of your own? Do you really need to acknowledge someone else as your father? The important thing is, do you all want to steal my biological father? What do you mean by that?" Suddenly, a discontented voice rose. "Hacked, it must be hacked." The person next to him hurriedly affirmed, "That's right, just earlier. He was only a level 12 newbie. How could he possibly kill a level 100 boss? It must be hacked." Another person sneered, "Ha ha, whether he's hacking or not, but our great Xia kingdom is gaining benefits, that's enough." The man nodded in agreement. "Our great Xia kingdom has been surpassed by other countries, yet someone like this suddenly appears. It's really too surprising." But is the mastermind behind this related to the player from Great Xia? Transitioning at this moment, rocks and debris were falling. She screamed in fear, "Oh no, the boss was killed, so the dragon is furious. It seems like the cave is about to collapse." "Aren't you going to run away? Why are you just waiting to die?" he exclaimed regretfully. "The loot, I haven't even gotten it yet." Dorothy quickly opened the teleportation gate, angrily shouting, "What do you want the loot for anymore? You don't care about your life anymore." "I've opened the teleportation gate. If you don't leave now, it will be too late," Deep Teal murmured in a low voice. "Still, this little life is more precious." The rocks and debris fell rapidly and densely. The massive stone wall suddenly collapsed, sending dust flying everywhere. She gasped, "It's been a long time since I've done such an exciting mission." Ebimong cheerfully exclaimed, "I almost lost my little life when we get back. We definitely have to have some fun to shake off the fear." He sighed softly. "Luckily, Sister Dorothy has a teleportation gate, otherwise we wouldn't be able to get out." Suddenly, the sky darkened. Deep Teal looked up and her face turned pale. "Oh, there's a giant dragon appearing in the sky." The system quickly displayed information. "Saint Wealth Giant Dragon. Heavenly Fire, level, unknown attributes, unknown." Dorothy screamed in fear. "It's not over yet." She tightened her grip on the weapon in her hand and continued, "Holy Judgment Giant Dragon, this time we're definitely dead. Run quickly." It immediately breathed fire towards them. He complained, "Why are we running again?" Dorothy hurriedly replied, "If we don't run, we really won't have any lives left. I'm ahead of you. Remember to transfer the location of the Holy Spring and the payment to me." Finally, they managed to escape. Deep Teo immediately headed to the main city of Fongdeep. He handed the goatskin scroll to Sophia. She asked in surprise, "Did you really get this in the maze?" Sophia complimented, "You are really amazing." Deep Teo smugly replied, "This little thing is as easy as turning my hand for me." Ebimong teased, "Almost lost my life and you're still showing off." Then his voice continued, "Now that I've got the scroll, how do I unlock the hidden profession?" She looked at the scroll in her hand and replied confusedly, This goatskin scroll doesn't seem to be a class change scroll." Deep Tew was stunned. "Not a class change scroll, what does that mean?" Sophia replied casually, According to Schuster, this goat skin scroll can activate your body's potential, thereby unlocking your unique profession just for you. She quickly turned and walked away, not forgetting to call out, "Come on, follow me." Before long, they had arrived at the study room. A door behind the bookshelf slowly opened. He kept glancing around and couldn't help but be amazed. I never expected there would be a secret room like this in this mansion. In my previous life, I didn't even realize it. The polite man greeted, "Hello, young man, I am Stir, the person you are looking for." This person is the royal beast master Stir. Deep Tiu bowed his head in return. "Hello, Master Stir. I am the one with the hidden profession here to change my job." He exclaimed in surprise, "I thought no one in the world would change their job this way anymore, but I didn't expect this." The assistant holding the scroll asked once again, "If that's the case, then I will complete your job change." "Are you ready?" He replied firmly, "I am ready and can't wait any longer." He continued, "All right, this goat skin scroll will awaken the primal power from deep within, and you must follow your heart's guidance before starting." Stir reminded sternly, "Do not be afraid, do not resist." Diep Tiu replied calmly. At this moment, several magic orbs were sequentially activated, surrounding Diep Tiu and all glowing. This event caused Stir to exclaim in astonishment, "This is impossible! All 5 glass orbs have been activated." Sophia, standing beside, asked in confusion, "Uncle Stir, is this the high-level job change you just mentioned?" Stir quickly confirmed, "That's right. Do you see the 5 glass orbs beside him? That's a sign of potential. Back then, when I changed my job, I could only activate 3. Now Diep Tiu was still calmly sensing each magic orb around him. The current situation made Stir somewhat frightened and asked, "This not only breaks the limits of humanity. Activating all 5 glass orbs is one thing, but it's overflowing as well. Is this young man not human?" Sophia blushed and then wondered, could it be that Diep Tiu really isn't immortal? Just then, the system sent a notification to him. "Congratulations, you have successfully completed the job change mission to Beastmaster. The whispers of the dragon, you have successfully transitioned to the unique hidden profession, the one who speaks with dragons. Due to being supplemented with mysterious energy, the profession level has increased. You have broken through the limit of the professional rank, successfully transitioning to the unique hidden class, Beastmaster." After reading a series of notifications, Diep Tiu sighed with satisfaction. No wonder it's a hidden class. I can feel a surge of power within me. Information gradually appeared before him. Class Beastmaster. Talent original strength of a god level 1. You have the original body of a god who stands at the pinnacle of the world. Under the sky on the ground, all growth attributes finally increase by 100% of the original talent origin of first level mana. Seeing he had such incredible skills, Diep Tiu could only exclaim that this attribute was truly out of this world. He was still in shock, exclaiming, "I can't believe it. There really is someone who has transitioned to become the legendary Beastmaster. This is the supreme control of the beast's power. Each time an attribute increases, each level is a whopping 40 points. Diep Tiu remained calm and said, "This additional attribute is truly unimaginable. However, the Divine Beast equipment set also comes with a design blueprint for equipment. How interesting." He read the report on paper, feeling a bit surprised and wondering, moreover, the equipment can be upgraded even further. Is it really starting at the epic level? What he was holding was a blueprint for crafting the claws of the beast, an epic-grade growth item. After reading the required materials, he calmly thought that the necessary materials for crafting were all very rare. It seems like I have to kill monsters to obtain the materials. Seeing that there was nothing else, Diep Tiu turned to thank Stur. "The class transition is complete. Thank you, Master Stur, Lady Sophia." At this moment, Sophia, with an admiring expression, praised him. "Diep Tiu, you truly amaze everyone." Stur was busy chatting with the young man. "You have stepped into the realm of the gods, holding extraordinary potential." Ebby, sitting on Diep Tiu's shoulder, proudly exclaimed, "You little brat, you really are something special." Diep Tiu was delighted with the many compliments, saying, "It seems that in this life I will definitely reach the peak, but first, I need to create the beast claws." At that moment, at the training gate, one of the 3 standing there respectfully greeted the gatekeeper. "Hello, esteemed guard, I want to begin the deep trial." The gatekeeper, hearing this, asked, The equipment of the three of you is quite good. What level do you intend to challenge the trial at?
Gee,
The one with ID Fierce Tiger politely said that he wanted to practice at a solo level. I challenged the deep trial level. The gatekeeper, hearing this, was delighted and said, "Oh, another lone challenger for the deep trial." Fierce Tiger maintained a respectful attitude, replying, "What I like most is the challenge. Even if I die, I won't regret it." Before he really stepped into training, one of the two girls encouraged him, "Boss, we'll be waiting for good news from you outside." He confidently replied, "Don't worry, you won't have to wait long." Watching Fierce Tiger step inside, the gatekeeper exclaimed with satisfaction, "These guests from another world are truly extraordinary." Time passed, and 5 minutes later, Fierce Tiger emerged with a battered body, loudly shouting, "Help! Help me!" Seeing the guy like that, one of the two girls worriedly asked, "Boss, what's wrong with you?" The guy said in panic, "It's too scary. The monster inside has gone missing." A girl who looked like an elf hurriedly supported him and said to the other, "Boss is seriously injured. Quickly, use the medicine to treat him." That girl quickly took out the medicine. "Yes, here it is." The gatekeeper remained calm in the face of the scene before him and exclaimed, "It seems not everyone can pass the Deep Abyss trial alone." At that moment, at the Great History Valley trial, level 20 Deep Abyss, a message was sent to the group chat. The homeroom teacher asked, "Is there anyone else in our class who plays this game? Let me know the school is counting the number of students." Wang Jun replied, "Just now I saw Ju Hong and Qin Yanran. It seems everyone has entered this game." Liu Lin replied, "Ju Hong, thank you just now. If you hadn't reminded me in time, I wouldn't have left the newbie village. I would have probably died at the hands of the monster already." Wang Jun replied, That's right. I have also reminded my family. I just watched the news. Many people died in this situation. It scared me to death." Li Lei added, "Yeah, luckily we have Ju Hong. This time our class seems to have no casualties. I heard that Wang Ming from the neighboring class was killed by a monster on the plane." Ju Hong politely messaged, "Ha, it's nothing serious." Wang Jun suddenly asked, "By the way, has anyone seen Ye Xiao anywhere? I haven't seen him for a long time." Li Lei worriedly said, "Haven't seen him? Could something have happened to him?" After reading the message, Diep Tiu thought that he didn't want them to know his identity, so it was better to hide a bit deeper to focus on leveling up. Then he saw Tiu Hoi attacking a rock monster and loudly cheered, "Tiu Hoi, go for it!" At that moment, he only used one move and had already reduced the rock monster's health by 2 to 364. With the final dragon swipe, the rock monster fell with a thud and immediately the rewards appeared. Ku Kiem, Nyam, Tak two-handed sword, black gold quality, unassessed effect. Dai Chi Nyamliat Dai Tree, dark gold quality, unassessed effect. These two rewards made Diep Tiu very satisfied. "You did great, Tiu Hoi." Just as he was excited, suddenly another rock monster appeared. He stared blankly at it and realized that it seemed like a boss was running through here. The system quickly provided information about this boss-level rock monster, Deep Abyss Guardian Monarch level 20. Health, 3,000 strength, 3,000 constitution, 2,000 agility, 2,000 spirit, 3,000 unknown talents, unknown skills. Whatever comes from the Deep Abyss belongs to the Deep Abyss. Looking at this Deep Abyss Guardian, Diep Tiu calmly assessed it. A Monarch-level boss, huh? Luckily, it's just a level 20 tank. Without hesitation, he loudly ordered, "Tiu Hoi, charge in first, I'll cover you." How could Tiu Hoi attack the Deep Abyss Guardian while receiving his cover at the same time? At that moment, at Manhwa's location, two girls were shocked that the guy actually died. Boss, how could he die during the trial? No way. We completely followed Diep Tiu's leveling route but didn't expect to have such results by imitating him. They speculated that it couldn't be true. It must have taken advantage of some loophole. This is very possible. Suddenly, the system sent a message. System announcement: player Diep Tiu has passed the level 20 Deep Abyss trial, becoming the first hero in history to pass the level 20 Deep Abyss trial, receiving the epic item, Courageous Stone. War points increased significantly. The end of this announcement left the two girls following Manhwa extremely astonished. One of them exclaimed, "This will go back to Diep Tiu after defeating the Deep Abyss Guardian." He joyfully shouted, It's as easy as pie. Seeing that there were no rewards at all, he felt a bit disappointed, yet nothing had dropped at all. Moreover, there was only a fragment of the Deep Abyss stone left. Looking at the tiny reward he received after killing the boss, Diep-Tiu felt a bit puzzled about this. Killing the vagabond dropped the first fragment, and now the Guardian dropped the second fragment. What on earth is going on? Could it be some kind of divine equipment that needs to be combined? Hearing this, Ebamong looked down on him and said, "Kid, are you dreaming? After looking for a while, I still don't know what it is." Diep-Tiu decided to just leave it and go back, forget about it. Let the rain come as it may. So as he opened the way back to the city, just as he stepped through the gate, someone suddenly spoke to him. "Congratulations, warrior. The gatekeeper has a gift for you. You have passed the trial, and this is your reward." As soon as he received the reward, Diep-Tiu quickly checked it. Epic level hero stone describes possessing extraordinary power and can be used to enhance the hero emblem. This reward made him very pleased. So it was a hero emblem enhancement item. Without waiting long, he decided to upgrade it right away. So what are we waiting for? Let's enhance it now. After upgrading, Diep-Tiu received a higher quality item, legendary level hero emblem. The description is proof of a brave man. Only those who have passed the Deep Abyss trial are qualified to obtain it. This is the highest honor of the Empire. After enhancing with the Hero Stone, the emblem will become much stronger with a base attribute increase of 50 and all resistance attributes increase by 5%. Additional 3 willpower. The passive. Heroic strength will increase by 10% when HP drops below 30%, and spirit increases by 10% for 5 minutes. This made him so happy that he laughed out loud. Success, it's a legendary level emblem. Then he said to Xiao Hoi, "Wearing this legendary emblem and going to the level 30 area will be as easy as cutting cucumbers and chopping vegetables. Xiao Hoi, let's charge in." Suddenly, the system sent a message about system maintenance prompting him to leave the game immediately. This made Diep-Tiu wonder, what's going on? Do I have to exit the game and return to the real world? Other players were also buzzing. What the hell is system maintenance? Finally, can we escape the game? I want to go home. I want to be with my mom. That's great. Finally, we can return to the real world. Then all the players exited the game.